Okay, I said, I'd do this, right? Well, here it is. Much like the Toxin Lab video, I'm gonna be going through all 4 of the levels in the Sonic series. Panasonic doesn't count.
¡Sí! ¡Hostia! Panasonic verificado.
There's really not much else to say, so I'll just start. Now I understand this level was made in 1.9, so going over it now isn't really too fair, but it's still a Sonic level, so yeah, I don't exactly know when in 1.9 this level came out, but I'm assuming it was somewhere around the best moments of 1.9. You know, where some of the best and most important levels in the game were being made. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, this level made a huge impact on the Geometry Dash community in a few ways. Not only was it an extremely difficult demon at the time, considered one of the hardest next to Cataclysm, but it also made some non-Geometry Dash fans turn their heads, mostly because of Alex Payne's Supersonic video, which got a lot of views and I'm sure a lot of people watching this video have seen. Anyways, focusing on the actual level, it was very impressive for the time, not just because of its difficulty, but because of how good it was as a level. Looking back on it, it does look pretty empty overall in some parts, but some of the effects are still pretty interesting, like this one, or this one. There are just a few little moments in it that I like this order of jump rings, or this one jump, just because of how unique they are. This level also has very inconsistent difficulty. Some parts still look insane demon difficulty now, and others are fairly easy. I'm not too big a fan of the colors in Xanthic Alpha's part, even at the time. Also, this ball maze thing had been done to death in 1.9. Starting in theory of everything too. You know, the second 1.9 level ever. I really do like the laser effects in this part though. Actually, this level in general has some pretty cool effects. Well, anyways, enough about Supersonic. It's a pretty solid 1.9 demon in my opinion, but doesn't hold up too well in my opinion. Okay, now here's one that still holds up. There's really not that much to say about this level actually. It's just a really good 1.9 level. The gameplay is pretty frustrating, I hear, with moments like this one orb, the infamous hard to control swing copter, and the last wave. The visuals in this level are fantastic. The amount of effort and detail astounds me. I know this is just a 1.9 level, but it still looks good now. The sections of the level don't just change with the song, they flow with it as well. By that I mean this kind of repetitive part of the song has an interesting and kind of repetitive square part. I don't know what it is about this square part that I just like. Then when the song hits its highest energetic point, we get the most infamous and energetic part of the level. Then when the song slows down, we get this relatively slowed down square part. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Bottom line, the visuals are very unique and detailed. The colors flow well together, the music sync is spot on, and the gameplay is very fresh. Honestly, one of my favorite 1.9 demons ever. But, like I said, there's not much to say. Well, this one kinda came out of nowhere. After there were literally no Sonic levels in 2.0, I thought the series was dead, but the team behind these levels surprised me by releasing Hypersonic, and, holy shit. While this level did get a lot of hate when it first came out for not sticking to the Sonic series style and not having an F777 song, I still loved it. At the time it was the best 2.1 demon I had seen, and I still think it's one of the best. From what I know, there was never really a rule that these levels had to use F777 songs. I really like the song in Hypersonic and I think it works fine with the level. Also, the not a sonic level argument is stupid as well. Supersonic and hypersonic are completely different levels and hardly share any themes. That's like saying Aftermath isn't like Cataclysm and Bloodbath, so it's bad. Maybe that was a bad example. And the reactions from the creators after hearing this were great. Okay, on to the actual level and why I like it. Lem just start from the beginning. The first part has pretty cool looking block design with colors that contrast pretty well and gameplay that's confusing and original. Kind of. Serponge's dual part has some neat gameplay and background effects that are well done, but don't draw attention away from the gameplay, unlike some other levels that I'll talk about eventually. Manix's part is pretty cool too. I'm not too big a fan of the random speed changes, but I understand the desire to sync with the music. It just feels a little too slow in some parts and a little too fast in others to sync with the music properly. The effects here are cool. Everything looks lively but not distracting, especially the bats carrying stuff. Not the most original gameplay in the world, but it fits well. People use parts like this as examples of the levels not keeping to the original style, which still doesn't make sense to me. Ultrasonic had abrupt changes in the gameplay all the time and Supersonic kinda stayed the same for its sections. Usually, Hypersonic has a mix of these concepts kinda. I don't really understand the issue. Anyways, next part is Rustom's. While the gameplay is pretty boring looking, the block design and art is amazing. I mean, just look at this. And Nasgub's part goes for more of a simple style with contrasting colors, which works in my opinion. It also has this little moment which I like. There's this duel, and another kinda fast, kinda slow section. They're alright. There's also a ball block maze, which really changes things up from Supersonic. Not only does it look much better with different looking blocks of different shapes and sizes, but the screen scrolls, which you don't see often, especially in a ball part. It seriously is lacking air decoration or background effects in my opinion though. Around this moment is when the level starts getting a little less memorable to me. It starts picking up a lot more at Ether's part, which is when the song really changes. It has this interesting effect of switching from this grid look to a rock look. In my opinion, the grid look is interesting, but not too good looking, with a black background aligns. I guess it's a grid, but still. Also, this rock look isn't too good either. The block design is literally just one block. Nothing compared to other parts in the level, but still, the effect overall and the gameplay is interesting here. This last part has pretty interesting, changing, slanted gameplay. After that, it's over. Overall a great level in my opinion. I wasn't too impressed with this one when it came out. Not only was most of it either too empty looking or way too cluttered, but it just wasn't memorable at all in my opinion. Which is why I put it in this video at the number 8 spot. I think it also came out way too soon. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Hypersonic was out for even 2 months when this was released. Also, none of the parts are that original in my opinion. ViPriN's part is exactly like his part in Hypersonic, but watered down, uglier, and more annoying, with the hide player trigger being spammed on and off throughout the whole thing and the speed changing constantly. ViPriN's part in Supersonic was also a ball maze. Maybe I'm sensing a pattern here. Wait. Also Ultrasonic. I guess this is ViPriN's theme in these levels. Okay, well, these three look completely different, but comparing Hypersonic's part to Subsonic's, they're just too similar. Other than that little observation, I can't say much about this level. There are some cool effects, Some parts clearly show effort. There are some unique dual parts in there as well. This level is just meh. Maybe I'm not giving it enough credit, because like I said, effort clearly shows. But still, I just think it gets too repetitive. The second half is honestly just a blur, even though I rewatched this several times when making this video. Well, that's it for Subsonic. Anyways, that's about it. I feel like I should say something about liking, subscribing, joining my Discord server, following my Twitter, buying my shirts, following my Twitch, following my second channel, clicking that link on my channel art, following my Patreon and DeviantArt. I didn't even know I had those. Disregard those things. Pay me. Join my Discord server thing. RiverCiver's cancer hole if you feel like it for updates and communication. Here's the link and my tag. Contact me here, not in direct messages.